Hello and welcome to today's newspaper review on Emirates Radio. I am Latifah Ibrahim Arowona. And on today's newspaper review, we have the Royal News, the Nation newspaper, the Vanguard newspaper, Daily Trust, Daily Post, Punch newspaper, and of course Tribune. So come with me on this beautiful morning on our newspaper review. So the first online newspaper we're looking on this morning is the Royal newspaper. At last, REVEIW expelled from All Progressive Congress. Rauf Aregbesola, a former strong political ally of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, has been expelled from ruling All Progressive Congress (APC). Aregbesola, who served as the governor of Osun State for 8 years, was suspended by the APC over allegations of anti-party activities. Recall that the former minister was said to have formed a faction within the party's chapter in Osun known as the Osun Progressives, now rebranded as the Omoluabi Caucus. The faction group of the APC in Osun was accused of being the major contributing factor to the party's loss in the 2022 gubernatorial polls. Still on the Royal News this morning, Kwasu among universities affected as JAMB halts law admission for 2025-2026 academic sessions. The Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has announced that it will not process admissions for law programs at Kwara State University and 7 other universities following a suspension imposed by the Council of Legal Education for the 2025-2026 academic sessions. The affected institutions include Kwara State University, Malete, Ilorin, Kwara State, Birmingham University, Kano, Nasarawa State, Redeemers University, Ede, Osun State, Western Delta University, Ogara, Delta State, Taraba State University, Jalungu, Taraba State, also Jarvis University, Akubuyo, Cross River State, Alex Ekweme Federal University, Ndume Alike, Ebonyi State, and the Nigerian Police Academy, Wudil, Kano State. Suspension for the Nigerian Police Academy, Wudil, Kano State. The suspension extends to 2026 and 2027 academic session, respectively. On the Royal News online newspaper this morning, why JAMB suspended Kwasu's law admission for 1 year. The management of Kwara State University, Malete, wishes to state that JAMB's announcement of a 1-year ban on admission into Kwasu's law program is as a result of decision of the Council of Legal Education to sanction Kwasu for commencing the law program in 2018 with only the approval of the NUC, National University Commission. Kwasu currently has full accreditation from both the National University Commission and the Council of Legal Education to run 2 undergraduate law programs, Common Law and Common and Islamic Law. And lastly, on the Royal News online newspaper, Max Air gets 3 months suspension after Kano landing saga. The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority has suspended commercial airline Max Air for 3 months following an incident involving one of the aircraft of the local carrier at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport, Kano. A spokesman for the regulatory agency, Michael Achimogu, made this known in a statement on Wednesday, hours after the Tuesday night incident at the Kano airport. The flights Max Air B734 operated by the aircraft with registration mark 5N MBD on landing at the airport at 10:51 p.m. suffered a wheel landing gear collapse and a tire burst while landing on the runway at the airport, throwing passengers into panic. On the Vanguard newspaper this morning, Damagum accuses PDP leaders of complicity in party's crisis. The acting national chairman of the People's Democratic Party, Ambassador Umar Damagum, has accused some of the party's leaders, including members of the boards of trustees, of complicity in the ongoing crisis at the party's National Working Committee. Damagum, who made the allegations, cautioned fellow leaders against actions capable of undermining the forthcoming zonal congress. Still on the Vanguard newspaper this morning, Labour gives the defaulters till March to implement. The Nigerian Labour Congress said that stringent measures are in place to ensure that states and employers implement the national minimum wage and the consequential adjustment before the end of March. Mr. Latifah Ibrahim, President, Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, said this at its one-day national leadership retreat organized for the union's National Administrative Committee members on Wednesday in Abuja. The theme of the retreat was leadership challenges among activists. Still on the Vanguard newspaper, Alaafin orders dissolution of unapproved coronation committee. The new Alaafin of Oyo, Oba Abimbola Owode, has swiftly dissolved an unauthorized coronation committee allegedly formed by a group of individuals without his consent. The revived monarch issued a stern warning that any future meetings or activities associated with this committee will be deemed illegal and will not be tolerated. Emphasizing the importance of protocol, Oba Owode made it clear that any committee or event related to this coronation must receive prior approval from his office. And still on the Vanguard newspaper, again, vandals attack transmission line. The transmission company of Nigeria on Thursday said its tower T195 along Ungwoji Makodi 330 kV transmission line was vandalized on Saturday. TCN General Manager, Public Affairs, Mr. Ndidi Mba, in a statement in Abuja, said that the vandalism took place at Watuolu Village, Utonko, in Ado local government area of Benue. Still on the Vanguard newspaper, Abdulrazak is an outstanding achiever, First Lady Tinubu says amid new project flag-offs. Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak is an outstanding leader and amazing achiever who has done exceptionally well for his people. First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu remarked on Wednesday as her visit to the state capital entered the second day. Joined by the wife of the Vice President Nana Shettima, Nigerian Governors Forum Chairman, his wife Ambassador Olufolake Abdulrazak, and several other First Ladies from across the country. The day began with the First Lady flagging off distribution of 10,000 professors in the North Central region. on the Daily Post newspaper this morning, Nigeria Varsity cancels already written final year exams over wild jubilation. Management of the Ambrose Ali University, Ekpoma, Edo State, has announced the cancellation of some final year examinations written on Wednesday following wild jubilation by graduating students on the school campus. A statement issued by the Head Information Relation and Protocol of the institution, Mr. Mike Ade Oladenike, said the graduating student violated an established law prohibiting such jubilation on the school campus. Still on the Daily Post newspaper this morning, I will exit heaven if I see any Nigerian politician, says Seun Kuti. Grammy-nominated Afrobeat artist Seun Kuti has said he will exit heaven if he sees any Nigerian politicians there. He said it's surprising that most Nigerian politicians want to make heaven despite being corrupt. The singer emphasized that if Nigerian politicians are allowed into heaven, it then means that the place is another level of corruption. Still on the Daily Post newspaper, PDP must talk to Peter Obi, party chieftain Olafeso. A member of the People's Democratic Party's Reconciliation Committee, Eddie Olafeso, has told the party to speak with Labour Party presidential candidates in 2023, Peter Obi, and other opposition political party leaders for an alliance ahead of 2027 general elections. He believes that it is the only guarantee to defeat the All Progressive Congress, APC, in 2027. Still on Daily Post this morning, Kwara Fire Service averts fire disaster in fuel tanker spill. Kwara State Fire Service has averted a major fire disaster which could have occurred from a fuel tanker spill at the Sabo Market, Orile-Igbon, along Ogbomoso Highway in Oyo State. The incident occurred on Tuesday at about 20-27 hours in the town located close to Kwara State boundary. The Kwara State Fire Service had responded swiftly to a distress call reporting a fuel tanker spill at Sabo Market, Orile-Igbon, along the Ogbomoso Expressway, Oyo State. And lastly, on the Daily Post this morning, 2 men arrested for stealing car in Ekiti. The Anti-Vehicle Theft Section of the Ekiti State Police Command has arrested 2 persons for stealing a Toyota Corolla 2009 model from Ilomu, Ekiti. Taiwo Johnson and Ibrahim Adenrito were arrested at Kajerekwa, Ibadan, Oyo State on the 21st January 2025. And on the Nation this morning, court strikes out defamation case against Farotimi. A federal high court in Ado-Ekiti, Ekiti State, has struck out a defamation suit filed by the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, against a human rights lawyer, Dele Farotimi. The suit, which was withdrawn by the prosecution, was filed over allegations in his book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System, which accused eminent lawyer Chief Afe Babalola San of influencing Supreme Court judges. At the hearing yesterday, counsel for the complainant Samson Osobu told the court that the prosecution has filed a notice of discontinuance citing Section 108(1)(2)(a) of the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2025. No retreat, no surrender until Nigeria is safe for all. The Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar, has reiterated the commitment of the Nigerian Air Force to national security to make the country safe for all. Abubakar said this at the opening of the NFA Administration Personnel Seminar with the theme, Optimizing Contemporary Human Resources to Enhancing Ongoing Transformation Initiatives of the NAF, yesterday in Abuja. The CSA expressed the unwavering commitment of the NAF to total defeat of terrorism and banditry. And lastly, on the nation this morning, NNPCL targets 6,000 Nigerians for site restoration in Q1. The Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPCL) has said it is hoping to restore the sites of about 6,000 people across the country by the end of this year's first quarter. The company made the projection following the success it recorded in the restoring the sites of 1,000 people, including 2 minors in the southwest. The oil company, through its social arm, the NNPC Foundation Limited, successfully undertook a free eye screening and extraction campaign aimed at addressing avoidable blindness caused by cataracts. You are still watching us on Emirates Radio, the newspaper review this morning, and on the Punch newspaper, tariff hike. Labour plans telecoms boycott February 4 protest. The Nigerian Labour Congress on Wednesday declared it will embark on a nationwide protest against the proposed 50% telecom tariff hike announced by the Nigerian Communication Commission on February 4th. In a communique signed by its national president, Joe Ajero. The decision was taken at the National Administrative Council meeting of the NLC on January 29. Similarly, civil society organizations have pledged their support for the nationwide protest. Failure to reverse the hike, Ajero warned, might result in a nationwide boycott of telecommunication services. ECOWAS panels to determine future ties with Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. The Economic Community of West African States announced on Wednesday it had set up a committee to determine the modalities for future relationship with Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. Wednesday marked the deadline for Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger to finalize their exit from ECOWAS, following their withdrawal from the region bloc. A special ECOWAS committee has been established to negotiate future engagements with the three countries, ensuring that the transition does not negatively impact millions of people who rely on cross-border movements and trade. These arrangements will be in place until the full determination of the modalities of our future engagement with the three countries by the ECOWAS Authority of the Head of State Government. Still on the Punch newspaper, NLC threatens action against 70,000 naira wage defaulters. The Nigerian Labour Congress has issued a stern warning to state governments and other employees of labour, threatening decisive action against those who fail to implement the 70,000 naira national minimum wage and the corresponding salary adjustment by the end of the first quarter of 2025. The warning was made by the president of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, Latifah Ibrahim, during the association's national leadership retreat in Abuja on Wednesday. Ibrahim, who also served as the national internal auditor of the NLC, emphasized that state governments and institutions delaying or manipulating wage payments will face serious consequences. Still on the Punch newspaper this morning, court remands woman for trafficking girls. A federal high court in Lagos on Wednesday ordered the remand of a woman, Rejoice John, alias Success, at the Kirikiri Correctional Center for allegedly trafficking 3 young ladies to Ghana for prostitution. Justice Chukwe Aneke remanded the defendants pending the hearing and ruling on her bail application. In the charge mark FHC/L/829C/24, John is facing 5 counts bordering on deporting, harboring, and organized foreign travel for prostitution proffered against her by the federal government of Nigeria. The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons during the defendant's arraignment told the court that she allegedly trafficked some girls to Ghana for prostitution. And finally, on the Punch newspaper this morning, Plateau government sacks 5 commissioners. Governor Caleb Mutfwang of Plateau State has sacked 5 commissioners, among them 2 who were recently recalled from suspension. The governor immediately announced 5 commissioner nominees. The State Commissioner for Information, Musa Ashoms, confirmed the development to the newsman on Wednesday. Ashoms said, "Yes, it is true. 5 commissioners have been removed. The governor has also nominated 5 new commissioners to replace them." Ashoms did not give details on the reason for the governor's action. A letter from the Office of the Secretary to the Plateau State Government, Samuel Jatau, named those disengaged as Sule Haruna, Commerce and Industry, Obed Nanjo, Science and Technology, Noel Nkup, Youth and Sports Development, Christiantus Dawank, Budget and Economic Planning, and Jamil Tukur, Tourism and Culture and Hospitality. And on Tribune this morning, Tinubu blurring line between state power and personal ambition, says Atiku. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has accused President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of undermining Nigerians' democracy by eroding the separation between state power and personal ambition. He made the assertion following allegations of desperation leveled against him by the ruling All Progressive Congress over his position at the national conference organized by the Center for Leadership, Strategy and Development. Atiku has criticized the APC for what he described as a dangerous monopoly on political power. Still on the Tribune newspaper this morning, Zamfara tertiary institutions get new governing councils board. Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal has inaugurated new governing council and boards for the 6 state-owned tertiary institutions. The institutions are Zamfara State University, Talata Mafara, Abdul Gusau Polytechnic, Talata Mafara, College of Education, Maru, College of the Nursing and Midwifery, Gusau, College of Health Science and Technology, Safi, and College of Agriculture and Animal Science, Bakura. A statement on Wednesday by the governor's spokesperson Suleiman Bala Idris explained that the constitution of the councils and board followed by the adoption of the government's white paper on the visitation panel's reports. By leveraging on the expertise and, of course, the dedication of these distinguished individuals, we anticipate a new era of academic excellence in our institution of higher learning. And that brings us to the end of today's newspaper review on Emirates Radio. Thank you for listening. You can follow us on all of our social media handles: Facebook, X, formerly Twitter, and TikTok. You can as well listen to us live on our YouTube channel, Emirates Radio, or download our mobile app on Google Play Store at emiratesradio.ng. Follow us on all of our social medias, and thank you for listening to today's edition of Newspaper Review. I am Latifah Ibrahim Arowona. Have a blessed day.
People. Are you a business owner? Emirate Radio gives the opportunity for infant organization and commercials for advertisement and publicity on our varieties of shows and update for the growth and expansion of your commodity. Grab your opportunity today by sending a mail to info@emiratesradio.ng. Call 0913 4158 376 or 0806 134 6946. Visit Emirate Radio House behind Federal Ministry of Environment off Old Jebba Road, Ilorin, Kwara State, Nigeria. Emirate Radio, the voice of the people.